morning, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. I got some polyurethane bushings from overseas, from Serbia actually. My in-laws brought it back when they came, and I got new control arms as well. I wanted to install. Mine are still original, so I got polyurethane bushings pressed in these, and let me show you how that's done. They do make big improvements. My bushings are they wore out, so that's what I want to do. Other thing is catch can. I remove my air horns that I had before, compressor as well. Put that catch can right here. This specific one, and let me show you. This catch can is actually pretty cool, not too expensive. It's the same size I need, and it should help. As you can see, it's actually got double screen set up right between. Okay, first thing to do is I'm gonna take these screws in, remove this ugly air horn. I don't know what I was thinking when I put that on, and I'm still waiting for I might even actually have it. I gotta see it. I cleaned my parts room here as well. As you can see, yeah, parts for days, you name it, I got it almost. Let's see if I actually have any. This is a steel one. I even have some longer 20 degrees. I'm gonna look that up later. Let me just focus on that. I didn't have original horn when I got this car. Mine was bad, so I decided to put this air horn, and it just doesn't look right. And I want to put that catch can system right here. That way I can have a nice routing with the hose. I'm going to remove this, and it's going to help a lot. That way I don't have that junk going back to the engine, because I have just put a head gasket on it, did the valve job. Skim the head, everything is fresh and clean. Got the car up in the air, and you can see I got upgraded brakes. I've done this CV boots last time. It's been about a couple weeks, both brand new. This side I didn't have time, so this CV boot is one of the aftermarket ones you get from known supplier, and they're junk, so I got upgrade ones. I'm gonna replace both of these as well, and I have to take my sway bar off. I want to put polyurethane bushings here and there. I got those as well, just because I want to stiffen up my suspension, so that's what I'm gonna do. First thing first, and put new control arms as well with polyurethane bushings as well. So that's that. Let's just get to wrenching, take everything off, and that's it. I got the sway bar out. I replaced these a couple weeks ago when I did my head gasket, so these are still brand new. I'm gonna actually use these on the Ohio Yugo that I'm flipping, and this is what I'm putting in. Polyurethane made by Hybrid Flex. I'm gonna put these in polyurethane, and this is the company that makes them, Hybrid Flex, out of Serbia. And yeah, it should be way stiffer, better. And then after I'm done with all this, I'm gonna get it realigned. As you know, these are connected to our lower control arms that I'm putting new as well, and these are the shims or washers that you have to use in order to align this. This is a 21 mil sway bar, so I just gotta figure out how to separate these. I've never done them, so I don't think it should be that hard. I think maybe a screwdriver here with the hammer should separate the top piece, slide it off, put the new ones back in, and we're back in business. Okay, I got these off. It wasn't the easiest thing to do, but I got it. You can find these pretty much anywhere, really, for 21 mil. This is what they look like anywhere you buy them. Got the split so you can slide it on, and then you got a mount. But Hugo went all in. This is a heavy-duty bracket that I finally got off, and I had to use my grinding tool just a little bit on top, just to kind of help out, go around, make it just a little bit skinnier on top, because I want to put these back on. And this is what it looks like. And this is gotta slide these on like so. They send in some lubrication that you're supposed to use. This is not gonna be one of the easiest thing to do, but like I said, even me using this would probably work, but I want to use these original, came from the factory, and this is the old one. Doesn't have a split, so just get a razor blade, cut it. You can still buy these OEM replacement bushings, use those, but I'm gonna upgrade to polyurethane. Okay, so I've tested it, and I got it figured out how to do all this. And as you can see, it's a perfect tight fit. Yeah, as long as once I remove these bolts out, this piece, the top piece, comes off. And sway bar bushing wants to separate, which it does, but that's normal. This is an old one. This is the aftermarket other one that I've bought for my blue Hugo, 21 mil as well. That's gonna work perfect. And there you go. Then what I've done, I gotta grind these off too. Okay, so let's go to my parts room, see what we got. I did some cleaning though. It wasn't as nice as this, honestly, a few days ago. So a couple control arms. I already put new bushings in this one just because the day I got him I couldn't wait. I had to test it out. That's just me. A couple of these brand new. Got a couple hoses brand new. Got some new ones too for the Ohio Hugo I'm flipping. Couple of those, couple of these. Yeah, these are OEM sway bar bushings, and I believe these are for 19 mil, which is a 4-speed. What we got here? We got some new shocks. We got new Abarth rear calipers, new rear discs. We got adapters for Abarth. We got rear wheel bearings. Brand new steering column switch. We got all kinds of stuff, spacers, brake pads, sending units, master cylinders. Oh yeah, we need I've already done the driver's side, so we need one of these brand new. I've coated them with Vaseline. Hugo inner 5-speed. Okay, this is for the driver's side, and these are here for passenger side. Brand new. I have about 5 each. Yep, coated them with Vaseline, let them sit. It's got a new bushing, brand new. And this side doesn't need any Um, doesn't need any clamps. Let me tie this up. Probably should close it up because I coated them with Vaseline. I don't want them to dry up. Vaseline, man, best thing ever. You've got so many roles in life. Okay, what else we got here? We got new style, brand new bearings, old style front wheel bearings, got clutches, got belts, got brand new valve, used valve, clutch cables, alternator 65 amp. This is for EFI Yugos, brushes, got spark plugs, got brand new water pumps, got CV boots, got every single sensor you can think of. I got brand new injectors. This is just one of them. Hoses, rotors, distributor cap, a brand new OEM handles, which I need for mine. Yeah, I mean, I don't have parts like some people do. I got brand new head gasket. Actually, I just got this for, I'm never gonna use it, but it's just cool to see it. So yeah, we need one of these. And I got tie rods. This right here is all brand new. 90% of these here are brand new for Fiat 600s. I got engines, I got blocks, I got heads, I got transmissions, fuel tanks. You name it, I got it. I mean, you know, what else we need? So we need one of these, two control arms, brake hoses, boots. Did I get one? I don't know. So yeah, and a bag of grease. This is the skinny ones I'm talking about. I've used them before, but they're not my favorite, honestly. So I mean, I could, but I'm not. So I'm gonna use these heavy duty ones. And as you can see, that one is leaking oil because there's just it got out. So I'm gonna do that. Tie rods are brand new when I got the car. So yeah, the same thing I have to do is on the driver's side as well. Brake hose as well. I've already replaced brand new CV boots, inner and outer, a couple weeks ago. I haven't touched the brake hose, even though, wow, this brake hose hasn't been touched. This one actually never rubbed. It's just that one side. Actually did. Right here there's a small flat spot, but I'll replace that as well. And the last thing I have to do is put the time belt cover and do the catch can. Got the axle out. This one is pretty easy, just the snap ring, pull it off, pull that off, and put new bolts on, slide it. This one, actually, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna pull this boot this way, so I don't have to mess with the snap ring that's in there deep. So yeah, remove this side first, slide that on, clamp it, and call it good. Put my glove on, and you'll see why. I got the new pack of grease that came with the CV boot. Make a small cut. Just use whatever you got, like me. And this is why I put the glove on. Just try to push it in as much as you can. Nice and tight, just like that. perfect. I've run these same axles, same CV boots on my Fiat Busa. I run them on the other Ryugo we use too, and no problems. They're really heavy duty and perfect size. A little bit smaller, this big part here, but I've never had any problems. It's not like you have to, you know, use a special tool to put them on. Just a little bit force and perfect. CV boot clamps you get with this type. These are not my favorite, but they do the job. And so let's put them on. These pliers that I'm using, same pliers that I'm using on all my exhaust wrap zip ties, and they work, they do the job. So without these pliers, you can never get these boots tight. Trust me, I've tried it. Yeah, once you bend that, I mean, it's really tight. That's it. All we gotta do now is just cut this axis, this extra. Alright, I wanna put these right here. Just wanna make sure that it's not pulling when you turn. Just like that. Same thing. Yeah, with these pliers it's almost impossible to get these. I mean, I've done them before with just the regular pliers, but doesn't work like when you use actual pliers made for this stuff. Perfect. That's it. Voila, done. Now I gotta let's do this side too. Gotta go get my new boot, slide that on, and I need this piece right here. And that's it. This one is still okay. I mean, I could probably save it for God knows, you know, if I ever need one, like really if I'm desperate, I want to save it. I got new ones, bought a bunch of new ones, so I'm gonna be installing that one. Got the new one. I think this one is made by Scorpion or something. Actually, this is a original. Yeah, Scorpion original. Not my favorite design, honestly. These things have tendency to leak, even brand new. You lift the car up or whatever, you'll find a drop of oil, and a lot of people get scared, but that's just normal. I mean, unless you have brand new axles, brand new CV boots, then you'll be okay, but the worn out axles, you'll find a drop of oil there and there. Don't be alarmed. Slide your tripod back on like that, and you have a small snap ring. Make sure it clicks good. I'm gonna clean this up actually. I've used silicone. This flange right here, I don't think that's necessary because the rubber is what keeps the oil from coming out. So I'm gonna scrape that off, clean it. Okie dokie, slowly getting somewhere. It's time to press these bushings out of this new control arm and put these polyurethane ones. Let me show you. Yeah, one of these cracked. This is the driver's side as well, so this should help a lot. And then once I put everything back, put the sway bar, bleed the brakes, and we're back in business. So easiest thing to do is just cut this around like so. Don't cut yourself. Now just get a hammer and hammer this part out. Wrong size, homie. Better go get. Oh, here we go. All right, that's out. Boom. New one. And then you just have this, but let's put some lubrication. Should help out. They send you these bags of lubrication. Should probably lube these up all the way around. There you have it. Now this comes in the new arms, and you have to push this out as well. That's out. Put new back in. Boom, done. There you go, brand new control arm, brand new polyurethane bushings. We're back in business. This should help out a lot. Got everything pretty much hooked up. New control arms, new brake hose, washers. Gotta bleed it tomorrow. Same thing on the other side. His old stuff. Took my air horns off. Took this little panel off. This is where I'm gonna mount my catch can. On the other side, this is where I drilled a hole for fresh air to the air filter. So now I just got some metal, weld the bracket here, and mount that catch can right on this side. So it's gonna be right in here on the other side. So it's gonna be right here, and then I'm gonna get some 3/4 inch new hose and hook that up tomorrow. Gotta get some springs to put inside the hose, and I'm gonna show you what I mean. But now I gotta get my grinding wheel, cut that off, and weld this piece to that piece, paint it all black, put it back together, and probably will paint this piece here as well with my new rust encapsulator, whatever it's called. Protect this from rusting. Actually, I'll probably take that off. I think it's only 2 Phillips screws. Take that off, paint it tonight so it'll be dry by tomorrow, and put that back together, and don't have that nasty stuff going back to my engine. Okay, got the shield all done. I welded the bracket, I painted it. This is where my catch can is going to be, and it's going to be just like this. Boom, right here. My air horn used to be, and then I got a few elbows that'll connect it, and it should actually work pretty good. Yeah, my dipstick can go either way, so it's not gonna be on the way. I already checked that out, so yeah, let's just put this back together and hook everything up. So I had these brand new hoses for a heater hoses for a Yugo that I got. These are made by Continental, I believe, 63818, and they're perfect fit. This is what it looks like. This is what's gonna look like, and I have to do this one here. It's a straight shot 90, and this will work perfectly. It's perfect size, same inside diameter as this piece right here that goes. And after I'm done with this, then I can finally put a brand new air filter, because this stuff was always draining going to my filter, and you'll see what that filter looks like after 6,000 miles. This should work pretty good. It should help a lot, and I'll check again. But all the excessive whatever bypass oil from crankcase that usually goes back in the engine should settle in the bottom. This should filter out pretty good. I mean, you'll still get a little bit, but not as bad as you used to, and I always wanted to do it. Now is the perfect time, since I done the head gasket again. Everything should work good, and it actually doesn't look bad at all. Perfect location. Kind of looks like stockish, you know. I tried to use black catch can, hoses, clamps, so it kind of blends in really. And then I have my ram air hole right through there with that 90-degree, which works like this. First, alright, and there you go. And then all we gotta do is just stick this hose through there. This works really good. It's getting fresh air from outside, not that hot air that it used to suck right there by the block. This is it. And yeah, let's get back to work. Got the timing belt cover back. One bad thing about this ram air thing that I built is you get dust inside, but then air filter goes on top. So once in a while you have to open it up, clean it up, you know, just because you actually have a air ramming straight through here and settles right here. Put a little piece of screen just because I don't want mice or something climbing there, make a nest, whatnot. So you know, that's on. I did whatsoever ported this air filter cover a little bit. This is original one. I see how I shaved this off and I ported it out pretty good, the best I could, before I actually start going through the wall, sidewall. So you know, anything helps. This is a stock 45 millimeter, I believe it's 45 throttle body. I am getting one that's getting ported and putting bigger butterfly, making it bigger. I think he's porting it out to 50 mil. As you can see, this entrance is actually bigger than the actual throttle body, butterfly and all that. So any little bit on these engines helps, and I want to kind of keep it stockish. You know, other than the catch can and spark plug wires and stuff. But I mean, if I didn't care about the stock appearance, I would put a bigger intake pipe, aftermarket filter, make it done. But I want to keep this airbox original, because it even says Yugo on it. I'm gonna try to hunt down a can filter this size. You know, I would like to upgrade to can filter. This is this is a Wix, yeah, WIX. Pretty good filters, so I'm gonna slap in a new filter. Even though this one is still pretty good, it's fairly new. Probably I don't know, I might even put this one back in. I mean, it's still really good. Air filter, low miles, but what the hell, I'll just put a new one in. Alright, finish this up, hook this up, and then what I got left is put transmission fluid back in, oil, put brake fluid back in, gotta bleed the brakes. Oh, I do have a bottom mount for transmission I have to put back in, but yeah, getting there. I got the catch can installed, everything is hooked up. Got the headlights removed. Reason why, I got these LEDs long time ago. They were supposed to be light white. They're 6500K, but they're more like a greenish color. I'm not sure why, but I think because this housing, it's kind of greenish and it's putting out like a green instead of white. So what I did, I got new LEDs coming in today by Hikari. It's the only ones I used. I also run DOT approved aftermarket headlights, and I love them. The output pattern perfect. They're glass made, and you can actually run LEDs H4. I think these are made by Rampage. They're not your special 25 bucks eBay. They ran about 100 bucks, I believe, and I've had them from almost day one, and they were really good. So yeah, my intake sucks here to there, waiting for lights. I got my bottom mount hooked up. I got oil all over the place. One thing on Yugos that fails is this part right here. This is a shifter linkage. You got the two metal parts on each end, and then you got a rubber inside in the metal that's kind of glued together. This sometimes falls off and you're stuck. So what people usually do is just remove this off and drill a couple holes, get 2 bolts through there, and call it good. This oil here that you see is just when I did my CV boots on both sides. So everything's kind of greasy, oil all over the place. This is my first exhaust I made. It's an upgrade on a Yugo. And so yeah, let's take this piece off, put it on the bench, drill it, put it back together. I got OEM horn as well, remove those air horns. Next, I don't think I'm gonna have time to tuck in my bumpers. I've already done it on a couple of our Yugos. It's not that hard. You just gotta re-drill a hole here and get this loose, move everything, and they look way better tucked in. But I just don't have time. Next weekend we have a car show in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and I got a family reunion this weekend, so I just don't have time. I also gotta remove this piece and paint it black, put it back together. This is like a air diverter. Yeah, so far so good, and I like how this catch can actually fits in here. It looks somehow stock, but somewhat stock I should say. And yeah, getting there, and all I gotta do after I put together is do alignment, and we're good to go. So this is the piece I told you about, transmission shifter linkage. 2 pieces of metal joined together with, there's a piece of rubber between that's known to separate. I haven't had any problems with mine, but I've seen it happen, and I don't want to get stranded, so now I'm just gonna drill a couple holes, 1/4 inch, put a couple bolts with a few washers and nuts, and that's okie dokie. This is it. Pretty simple. Drill 2 holes, put a couple bolts with lock nuts, and that's it. No more problems. Car is all done, other than the headlights, bulbs, LEDs I'm waiting for. I just received something what I've been waiting for. Damn, neighbor's dog is so loud. Cleaned up my parts room. These came from Midwest Bailey's. So these are fan switches. They're bottom of the radiator. They turn on at 82 Celsius and turn off at 77 Celsius. Now the stock one turns on the fan at 92 Celsius and turns it off at 87. So I'm gonna go with these. All you gotta do is just splice a couple wires. I bought some extra ones. They go about 25 bucks and pretty nice upgrade. Yeah, don't mind my dirty nails. But yeah, I have a distilled water in mine right now. I drove it around. It's time to flush it and put some coolant and put this switch in. Got my switch out. I cut the leads off just because I'm gonna use it so I don't have to hack the original harness, and this switch was giving me issues last time. It just wouldn't turn the fan on when it's supposed to, so it's been acting up, and then I got this upgrade. So all I'm gonna do is just strip some wires and put a couple of these on, crimp them down like that, tight. That way I don't have to hack the original wiring harness and all. Just do this. Nice and tight. Actually, this one probably could use a little bit more. It's tight. Oh, the actual whole thing moves with the plastic. Yep, so I think that these are, yep. Doesn't matter how you hook them up. All it does, it's just a switch. Polarity doesn't matter here. That's it. All I gotta do is go screw it in, put the good coolant instead of distilled water, and we are good to go. This is a nice upgrade. 25 bucks a piece, but it's worth it, especially in those hot summer days. So yep, let's go see what the catch can looks like after 1,200 miles. See if it's actually, that was a good move. Okay. Okay, unscrew it. See what's inside. All right, and here we go. You tell me now. It's all the water, vapor, whatever, settling. This is after 1,200 miles. So I think that was a good move, and I'm not kidding. So yeah, I think it was worth it. Probably should clean this up, put it back on the car. So this is it for this video. Please, if you like my work, like, share, subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything, means a lot. Until next time, peace out.